What's up, boys? We're back for another video with the DA9. I have bad news and what I think is good news. So, in the last video, I kind of cut it and described how the car wasn't running even after putting the pump in it, and how I thought it was a main relay. And you know, I ended up being wrong about that too. And this car has just been driving me nuts because all I wanted to do is run so I can start working on making it look good again. So I got the new relay, put the relay in, go to start it up, and it didn't start. It just cranked and cranked and cranked and cranked and cranked. So I was pretty upset. Didn't film. This car has just been making me upset. And so I just, before I even grab the GoPro, I just try it before. And didn't start. Started doing some research. It's quite a few, I would say, people have had this similar problem where they're chasing a fuel pump to the relay, then they're chasing wiring, and they think, this car is screwed. I'm just sending it to the junkyard, right? Now, that's not what I decided to do. I just decided to keep pouring money into it, just keep shotgunning parts, because I'm gullible and I like wasting money. So, my next logical conclusion was that the computer was bad. Because this is what would happen, guys. If I turned the key on, the fuel pump wouldn't prime. The check engine light would pop on, but it would never turn off to signal the prime. Right? But if I left the key on, eventually the pump would kick on and prime. And then you turn the key and the engine would fire right up, no problem. So, a few people just kept chasing the problem and just said, whatever, I have to turn my key on 10 minutes before I want to leave in order for the car to run. No, I'm not dealing with that. The car may be a hoopty, but it's not that kind of hoopty. So I was like, it has to be a computer, bad capacitor, bad something. Even though I looked at the board on this rickety old looking computer, I looked at the board, didn't see anything wrong with it, but I was still like, you know what? Last ditch effort, put a computer in it and let's see what happens. So we've got this P75 ECU. Unfortunately, this one was a socketed ECU and this one's not socketed as far as I know. So that sucks, but we do have hardware if we did want to socket it and get a chip. So let's see if this bad girl fires up. So we got, look at that. She primes. I think that's a win, boys. I think that's a win. So today's agenda is we're replacing this Bunko, what was it, Speed Daddy or some crappy company that makes this crappy steel shifter. So we're gonna replace that with a K-Tune shifter. We already have a K-Tune knob. So we have a K-Tune Pro Circuit shifter. We're gonna put that in it. We got an exhaust leak that I think I should try and seal up before I pretend the car is even fixed entirely. But yeah, there's just little odds and ends that we have to put back together and make great again. But yeah, that's what's happening. The Integra is officially becoming great again. It runs, it drives. I'm thinking before I take it on a drive, and we're gonna replace that shifter. I'm thinking, because where the axle back connects back here, there's a lot of carbon buildup. So obviously it's leaking. And I really don't want to be getting under the car too many times, even though we do have this innovative traction bar that we want to install. So yeah, I'm gonna end this clip right here. All right, boys. So we have got the rear wheel off. Still gotta get that wheel off, but we're getting started on resealing that part of the exhaust. So we're gonna be using some of this ghetto shit. It works. I don't care if it's legit. Gasket maker and sealant. Well, that's how we do it. So let's we've got our trusty twisty ratchet. Let's get to work. So this thing right here, this flange, is leaking, and you can just see that the gasket, the cheap shitty gasket that's on there, is just deteriorated completely. So we're gonna try and get it off. Move these bad boys. Might need some PB Blaster, honestly. I didn't really think about that. All right, so that bolt, those bolts don't seem like they want to move. So I'm gonna spray some Blaster on it, and I don't know. We'll see. Could probably be a time lapse. Alright, boys, so we got the bolts out. You know, when you're messing with exhaust, there's always one bolt that wants to fight you to no end. It took some improvising, but we got both the bolts off. Let's take a look. This crusty ass, this is the exhaust gasket that was leaking. Damn, you piece of junk. Right here, this thing is completely shot. So yeah, we're gonna clean this up. Clean the mating surfaces up, put some of that schmeg on it, and we're gonna seal it back up. I might even try and find a new nut and bolt, because this thing is so bad. It just fault me. It fault me so bad. I bet you it doesn't. Watch it, don't make me look like an asshole. But yeah, it's like completely fucked up. Alright guys, see you in a sec. Alright boys, so I was gonna try and clean this bolt up and see if I can make it work. Then I was looking at this this nut here, and the threads are just super stretched, and there's no way in hell that I'm ever gonna use this again. Well, there it goes, and then nuts and bolts bin for me to try and use it one day probably. But we do have these two nice new bolts. I've used these bolts on exhaust before. They're actually suspension bolts from a Volkswagen. Pretty funny. We're gonna put Volkswagen parts on a Honda, but yeah, I've used these before on exhaust, and they just work really good. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop that exhaust hanger, clean up the flange, put some of the goop in it, seal it back up with these bolts, and then we will take that wheel off, take it to get some air put in it, and then we will bring it back, put it on, and then we'll take this hoopty for a spin. Hopefully we can get this done pretty quick. See you in a sec. All right, boys. So we got the exhaust back up. Hoping it seals. Cause this exhaust is fucking janky, dude. I'm not even gonna bother explaining why, but the previous owner of this car just like really did not do much properly. I mean, there was some decent parts in the car when we bought it, but most of it most of the parts were on this thing were just junk, cheap Chinese eBay garbage, and we've had it for a number of years. Like I said in other videos, it's been sitting for like 2 years, and it's just like the more I get into this car, the more stuff I noticed that was just done horribly wrong. Well, I'm gonna get the wheel back on. I'm gonna take this wheel off, this one right here, get some air in it. I think I'm gonna grab something to eat too. That was frustrating though, getting that back off, getting that exhaust off and back on was super frustrating. I'm glad I didn't film it because, I don't know, maybe you guys do want to see me get mad, I don't know, but I was definitely getting mad. So, let me know in the comments, pause the video, let me know if you want to see me get mad, because I really have been avoiding recording when I'm mad, just because I just don't think I have a very solid train of thought when I'm angry. So if you want to see me get mad, leave a comment and let me know, and I'll start recording when I'm angry. It might be funny, it might be cringy, I don't know. I'm gonna get this wheel off. Get that wheel off, get that wheel back on, and let's go get some air in the tire. See you in a sec. All right, boys. I feel like this is as good a time as ever to show you the latest hoopty in the fleet. It's probably gonna be some content on this Accord here. Just picked it up. This thing is a bit of a clapper, but we're gonna make this thing great again too. So this is a 06. Son of a cunt. This is a 06 Accord, 5-speed manual. And yeah, she's a bit of a clunker. She's seen better days. She's got 330,000 miles on the clock, if you could see it. But we are gonna take this beauty to go get some air in the tire of the DA9. I want to know what the hell that noise is. I don't know. Alright, boys, we got air in the tire. All right, so we're back. So I think I said it earlier in the video, we're taking out the China shifter and we're gonna put in a K-tune shifter. This thing came out of my EK Civic that I sold a few months back. It's a little dirty, but we'll clean it up. Got the shift linkings dropped. Old one's pretty much ready to come out. The old China shifter ready to come out. We are going to take it out, put the new one in. All right, boys. So this is a lesson in you get what you pay for. So like I said, this shifter is a China shifter. It was cheap. I think it was like 10 bucks on eBay. Really not even worth 10 bucks. It was a horrible shifter. I think within a week of having it installed, when you'd be driving in the rain, the shifter would feel like it was a stick in the mud when you're trying to shift. So I'm gonna try and get a shot of what's going on inside here. I don't know if we could really see, but it looks like this bearing is like completely either fake or it just desecrated itself, because that bearing, it's just non-existent, dude. It is completely toast. So I'm gonna take this apart, put this in here, and then we're gonna get the shifter back in the car, and yeah, then I'm gonna put it all back together, and I'm gonna go get something to eat. All right. She's back on the ground. The shifter is in. So I haven't tightened anything up yet, but the shifter is in. Gotta put this interior back together. This shifter looks good in here though. It's gonna look cool. Woo! Victories, dude. I'm making victories with this car all day. I think I'm gonna put this interior back together and eat some food, and then I'm gonna take it for a spin. See you in a few minutes. All right, boys. First ride in about 3 months for this car. Have a small fuel leak, so we're not going to be going too far from the rail. Don't mind the missing third brake light cover. You don't need those. I don't know, I might just take it to the parts store. God, this shifter feels so good. So much better than that junk shifter that was in it before. it's been too long. I decided not to go to the parts store. I think I'm just gonna try and get the crush washers for the fuel rail at the Honda dealer. It's not too far from here. Oh, why isn't the third brake light still on? That's not cool. That's not cool. Oh, you gotta love these old cars. There's always something going on. I think the brake light switch may have just broke. If you've had these old Hondas, you know how common that is to happen. I bet you that's exactly what just happened. You can never get enough of these old things. But anyway, guys, I think this is where the video is going to end. We still got a lot of stuff to do on this car, and we've got a lot of stuff that we're going to do to that Accord that I just showed you. The 2006, I think there's a CM something or another. Weird chassis code on that one. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Man, I suck. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the next one.